Good afternoon.
Hi, Craig.
And how are you today?
Ah, hot. How are you?
Same old, different day.
Yeah.
Well, so how many's online already?
Mm, just you and I'm the first one out here at the observatory.
Oh, so the Wi-Fi works okay. That's good
Seems to be.
so far. Keep our fingers crossed, right?
We'll see how many join online and how many have their video on. I'm sure that'll be a factor.
All right. I think I've got pretty good from the last month on sharing the pictures. So
That's good.
yeah, I agree. Up till now, I had no idea how to do it. It's really not that difficult.
Mm.
Yeah, I just got back this weekend from my 50th class reunion.
Oh,
It was good. Anytime you go through a class reunion when there's no mishap, that's an accomplishment in itself.
ah, I haven't been to too many.
Yeah, I did the redo of the class picture.
Mm.
Out of 114 in our graduating class, we had 9 pass away these 50 years. That's not bad. And we had 54 people that graduated show up, which is pretty good
Mm.
considering.
Uh-huh.
Well, tonight I'm all set up to go out and shoot some more. Last week I shot the Bubble Nebula with a one-shot color. I'll explain that during the process. But I used a one-shot color with an L Ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
It kept the stars from bloating, but the color wasn't there. I'm going to do the same thing tonight with the mono. See how I can pull out some blue and green. That'll be good.
Okay.
But I did the sickness wall in mono too. It turned out fantastic. I hardly had to do anything to touch it.
That's good.
So yeah. Yeah, we are a little early.
Yeah.
So how's everything going out there? Did they ever get the sliding roof fixed? Or at least talked about fixing it?
The new roll-off building. Jim and Mike are in contact with someone in Illinois who they say
Yeah.
could get it done sometime this year. It would be a side project for this person, but they they know him, they know his work, and they got
Mm-hmm.
a lot of confidence in it.
From what I hear, yeah, from what I hear, they're going to use track like the roll off you have, which is really smart to have a track like that. I know we had the cable pull in it to open it. I don't know how they would do it with closing it, but I hear somebody did not unlock the roof latch and they turned it on. That's what broke it.
That's
What I
what broke
heard.
the cable. Yeah,
That's hearsay.
yeah, they were lucky the
Yeah,
cable didn't hit anybody.
yeah. That's not good. It's good. It's fortunate nobody got hurt. Oh, So the weather's supposed to be good tonight, huh? In Iowa?
It's looking a lot less hazy tonight than it was Saturday.
Well, I tell you what, here, this morning it looked pretty bad. I mean, it looked questionably bad. Now it opened up, so hopefully it'll continue.
Yes.
All I need is one night in a week. Is Jeff going to meet you out there, or is he going to do his streaming at home?
If he joins the meeting, it'll probably be from home.
Yeah. Yeah, with his mother, I can understand.
Yeah.
It becomes a problem.
Mm.
You only have one mother. You got to take care of them.
Only one birth mother, yes.
Yes.
Some people through legal
No,
means can have others.
Yes, agreed. So how are you handling your summer vacation?
Well, a couple months ago, I took a trip out to Montana and Wyoming.
Mm,
Wanted to see some national parks.
wow. You get to Yellowstone?
I did, yep. Yep.
Awesome. How many days did you stay there?
Yellowstone, like 2.5. Like two full days, and then I went down to Jackson, Wyoming, rested for a day, and then I took in the Grand Teton.
The Tetons?
Yep.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it was cloudy that day, so you couldn't see all the way to the top. But I did manage to get a good view of the top on the drive down there from Yellowstone. And actually, my first
that's
stop,
a reason to go back.
Actually, my first stop was Glacier National Park, and I got a reason to go.
Way up
there. Way up there, yeah. In fact, I got a reason to go back there too, because part of the going to the Sun Road was still closed from all that heavy snow they had last winter. Yeah, honestly, like half the park, and actually, I think good chunk of Yellowstone too, you could still see snow on the ground.
Impressive. I'd like to go up there. I've been to Yellowstone. I was there for roughly 4 days, and it wasn't enough. I think you need a good week and a half to 2 weeks for Yellowstone if you want to see everything.
Yeah, hopefully when I'm retired, I'll have that much more time.
All right.
Hi, Alan.
It is what you make it.
Good. I'm doing all right, and so far, so is the Wi-Fi.
Good. Good.
How's it going, Alan?
Howdy, howdy.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Well, I thought I can't stay and do a little observing. That's all right. After we're done.
Oh, hey, yeah.
I should tell you, I'm going to be leaving right after the meeting. So unless,
Well, if there's nobody else here, I'll leave too, but I think if Rolly comes, he was talking about coming, so I don't know. We'll see.
all right.
If there's anybody here, I'm not gonna stay out here by myself.
Well, nice to be there, but it doesn't happen. I think I was in that area just yesterday. Came home, but picked up a couple things from Jeff and talked to Mike Allbrow for a little while. and went to the reunion and came home on Sunday.
Good.
So how's your club outings, Alan? They're
What's
doing
that?
pretty good?
How are your
Your club outings.
Pretty good. We've had a couple of good ones.
Excellent.
And we've had a couple not so good, but it's highly weather dependent.
Yeah, we had one here last
Isn't it always?
Saturday, and it was the haze was so thick until long after sunset that I couldn't even do a calibration on the telescope even after it thinned out just enough that you could start to see a few things.
Yeah, the only thing we could see from Niabi Zoo, we had Niabi that night. The only thing we could see were basically Arcturus, Vega, Deneb, Altair. That's the four brightest stars, the only things that we could see. But that was enough. We were able to get the scope aligned. We practiced, Pam is trying to learn how to use the scope, and I've been training her. So we exercised and did alignments and got the scope functioning. And then we started looking at double stars. And once you have the scope aligned, you can find double stars usually.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a total bust. People like seeing you struggle, to get stuff set up and operating. They like seeing that too. And then you explain what you're doing and talk about the stars that you're targeting to align with and how far away they are, and how big they are, and that kind of stuff. That's why we can see them at all.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Do you realize Deneb? You realize how far Deneb is?
Over 1,000 light years. Yes.
They don't really know precisely how far it is. It's at the maximum distance that you can get a parallax with current technology. And so
right at the edge. Yes.
There's a lot of uncertainty about it, but the fact that you can see it naked eye as one of the brightest stars in the sky tells you it's enormous.
Probably one of the brightest stars in our galaxy.
Yeah. So yeah, we had a really good public outing there. I don't know how many people came, but there was a lot of people out there.
I think we had somewhere between 15 and 20.
Yeah. And we've had some good observing sessions. I brought some pictures on a flash drive here that we can look at from
Excellent.
Castle Observatory.
Yeah, sure.
So, but anyway, I don't want to derail.
Oh, we've got a good 15 minutes yet.
Oh no, go ahead.
Okay. Let's see. We have Wi-Fi. You got a lot of bandwidth if I start my computer?
Should do.
Okay.
I keep forgetting to bring a fresh pen up here because this one's been broken for months. Brought my home laptop too, so that this time I don't have to keep flipping back and forth on the Zoom computer to see the agenda.
Okay. Always a learning curve, isn't there? What's best?
Can you still hear me if I'm back here?
Oh yeah, very good. Just the same.
Good.
Well, I didn't bring my camera, so you're not going to see me back here unless you can see me from where I'm at.
It's pointing.
Oh, I can see you. I could see you completely. You're on the edge, but every bit of you is there. And the professor is about 1/3 from his left on my screen. So you're good.
Yeah.
Now, if you turned around with the screen, you could have a projector showing the back. Ooh, anything you want to project? You could do that. It wouldn't take any more camera because whatever you're showing here is what you'd see with the screen behind you.
This is 5G.
Just turn around about 180 degrees so the screen's behind you. No, the screen behind you. That's in front of you. The screen that's in front of you.
Oh,
Look up. That
on that
screen. All you have to do is turn around so that the camera is facing the other way, and you'd be able to get you and the screen projecting whatever you want up there.
Turn the laptop around
And it
facing
wouldn't.
this
Yep.
monitor.
Yep. And you'd be able to see whatever you're projecting on the screen.
Hmm.
And it wouldn't take any more power because you're still showing the wall, bookshelves, everything else. Everything's clear. You're not pixelating. Nice and sharp.
I was just, yeah. Or I was thinking if I thought to bring a HDMI cable, I could hook that screen up to my laptop and make everybody online a little bigger for the benefit of people here.
Yes.
Oh, I got one here, I think.
You have one?
Here you go.
Right, let's see. Of course, now how do I?
What's your pin?
Oh, that password up there. Working.
No. Your Wi-Fi has letters in it, doesn't accept letters.
Password.
It's an 8-digit pin.
Eight-digit pin. That's
Or, no,
that's not a Wi-Fi. Our Wi-Fi person.
well. Okay, so what do I type here?
From the router display. Don't see any 8-digit pin on this.
Yeah, normally this would be where it would be, it's right here, yeah.
That's weird. I can't type letters. Not gonna work.
Let me select the input on with this. Make sure audio network chat input settings. There we go. Maybe input.
I tell you what, every meeting. It's the same story. I don't care where you go or who does it.
Why does it keep asking me to name the input? It's HDMI 1.
That works. And you got two different networks here.
Hug 2 and Hug 5. Yeah.
Yeah, Hug 5 doesn't work.
This doesn't seem to be working either. It won't let me select the HDMI input. Just keeps demanding that I name it, or what is it doing? Or hide from input list. Why is
What in the world?
Oh, I don't want to enter a custom name for it. I just want to choose it. Where's the name of this thing?
Hello.
Hello?
Hi, John.
Hi.
Hi there.
Oh,
I'm out in Nebraska right now, so and they have dinner at 7 o'clock, so I'm going up to have my dinner, but I'll be listening in
It should be able to
attentively.
fix that.
there. Okay, that's got it. Oh boy. Okay.
Oh, hey, here.
Wouldn't be on this one.
54, no, from 54 sale.
How come yours doesn't do passwords?
I hacked in. I'm a computer nerd, remember?
I'll get it here eventually.
For some reason, Alan's computer only does pin numbers for Wi-Fi, not passwords.
Well, I think that might work. Let me see if. See if I can get my email.
Gary?
If you click on the link in the email, it just go right to it. I just thought of something. Since I'm gonna be around a bunch of people up there, I got some earbuds. Put those on and listen to it.
Hey, John, you want to pan around the area to show us where you're at?
Yeah, this is down in the
yeah.
valley right now. I can't see a whole lot. This is my outlay over here, way in the northeast.
Yeah, I was on the southeast corner, down by the water edge, but on top of the hill. Yeah,
Let's see, that's
that'd be
about
right
north.
over there.
Yeah, if I
Yeah.
get up high enough, I can see water.
Yep.
There's a Dobb Valley or alley or whatever over there.
Cool.
Dragon's over there with his 30-inch.
How's the weather?
Oh, chance of thunderstorms tonight again. Hazy from smoke. I got here Thursday. Thursday and Friday were excellent. There's my new mount. And
Ooh, fancy. Is it a 10 micron?
Steve.
The amount,
Yeah, the mount.
the CEM 70G,
Oh,
so I can talk to it over Wi-Fi.
yes. And it would carry obviously 70 pounds. Nice.
Yes, except my weights, my extra weights that I brought are just regular weights like this,
Hmm.
and they're just a hair too small. So I'm just sort of playing with it tonight. It's close, but
Oh, it's a nice system. You don't have to do meridian flip with that, do you?
no, it takes care of all that for me.
Yeah.
When I first set it up,
It's history, yes.
I couldn't get it to go to the east.
Send to me sometime.
It turns out I had my telescope on it upside down.
Like history of.
I should say the plate was upside down when I put it on.
You know then start looking. Well, I'm gonna be out of
So
town
you
studying next
the
week, so-
pivot on your
Well,
There's no rush. I've asked
declination was off.
the clubs
Or what?
in the north
Your
central.
declination was backwards, huh? I didn't know that would be an issue.
15
Well,
the whole region, so.
the knobs to put it on are backwards from my other mount.
Yes.
So I put it on the way I thought intuitively it should go. And I was wrong.
It's a smart scope if it's gonna register your degrees in declination.
Yeah, and it's got the eye polar built right into it.
Yeah, oh my, yes.
And it's got the eye guider built right into it too, which is pretty slick.
Wow.
So I have a lot
Nice.
less cables going to the mount, to my computer.
That's nice. Wow.
This way so I can see.
Someone else just arrived.
I mean, that's way out into Nosewatersville. It's amazing he has any Wi-Fi.
There's a sunset.
Yeah. Well, I'd get it all through myself. There's the food town over behind that bush. There's, you can see part of the lake out that way.
Yep.
That's sort of northwest.
So
When I was there, the food court was down in the valley towards the park.
On the other side of the road.
Yeah. The road you came in comes
Yeah.
into a valley, and that's where they had it.
Maybe way over there. How farther?
It's possible. All I know, it was quite a walk
Yeah.
if you wanted to walk. You definitely have a good view of the sky
Yes, sir. Plus it's
when it's clear.
when it's clear, it's really clear too. I was really impressed.
that TV's not being used, you can unplug it.
It's like they have drive up this year. And they're already lining up. So I think I can just disconnect for now.
Yep. Enjoy your
Done.
supper.
All righty. Talk to you later.
Yep. Bye.
left. As soon as Cecil gets back, we'll start the meeting.
This is the thing I've been working on, is open clusters.
Got a couple minutes.
Glad you make it out here again.
Yeah.
Skies aren't nearly as hazy tonight as they were Saturday.
No, but it's crappy over in the west.
So, yeah. Well,
I don't know if it's coming this way or.
it's supposed to be blowing out of here tonight.
Uh-huh.
All right. So we are live in person from Minky Observatory here for tonight's meeting. We got Alan and Cecil out here and myself, and online let's got Craig and Kerry and Dan. Sorry, what's Dan's last name? Dan, what's your last name?
Cusack,
Cusack.
I assume.
Cusack, yep.
Yeah, and you have John too,
John.
but he's having a bite to eat.
Mike and
He's at present at the Nebraska Star Party.
Out in the wilds of Nebraska. We'll look at it. Steve VanHyfte, hi. All right. So one of the reasons for trying these meetings out at the Minky Observatory was that if visitors wanted to, they could stick around after the meeting and do some observing. Skies aren't quite 100% yet, but well, it's better than the most recent past events we've had. The June 24th public night was canceled due to weather conditions. The one this past Saturday, July 15th, did take place, although the sky was really thick with haze. So we weren't really able to see much of anything at all until like about 10 o'clock or so. And even then, just a few of the brighter things. Although I was able to get the Ring Nebula in the 14-inch. And the Hercules cluster. And it might have been the Dumbbell Nebula. I could hardly tell. I was trying. Cecil, you were out here Saturday night.
Yeah, I was out here.
Yeah.
I would have been just as well if I'd have stayed home and cleaned my toenails. Because the skies were so crappy for the 20-inch, but tried.
So in other words, Cecil's giving Saturday night 2 thumbs down.
Yeah. Smaller scope was probably, might have been better for smaller scopes, but the bigger scopes really have to have clear skies.
Travis brought his scope out and he was able to see a few things through it.
Yeah. He found the ring. He looked for other things, so we were both looking for it 51 and couldn't find it, couldn't see it.
I would have bet money you wouldn't be able to see any galaxies that night.
I was surprised you guys were
Do that or not?
either one of the clubs seen anything, because here in town, you couldn't even see a star. It was just like a blanket over the sky.
But yeah, M101, I'd love to be able to see the supernova that's going off in it. Well, we do have another chance this coming Saturday for another public night. And then that's our last one before the meteor shower party at Pleasant Valley. I'm gonna get in touch with Ian Spangenberg sometime this week and finalize the arrangements for it. And I want to make a general request out to the club for any volunteers who are willing to come out at Pleasant Valley August 12th to help out with the meteor shower party, because that's one of the biggest events that our club puts on. I mean, before COVID, we got like, we get up to 300 or 400 people visiting. So yeah, honestly, the more club members we can get out there helping, the better. Is anyone here right now?
August 14th?
Sorry? So
Did you say the 14th of August?
12th, August 12th, Saturday.
12th. I'll see what my schedule is.
As far as I know, I'm available.
Cecil? Good.
Yeah.
I'll be out there. I'll bring my 6-inch dog.
You can still get big LCD TVs at Walmart pretty cheap. Hang up over here. 55s and 60s, bigger, cheap.
Try to remember to bring that up at a board meeting. I'll be sending out an email to the general club later this week to ask if anyone can commit for August 12th.
I've forgotten when's the solar eclipse.
October 14th.
14th, okay.
Jeff was talking about setting up some scopes, and I'm not sure if he'd still be available. I've been in contact with our entertainment coordinator at St. Ambrose, and she's going to work with me to set up a location somewhere around campus that day. Getting back to this, well, does anyone have any comments about the meteor shower party?
Now that is
Or questions?
going to be well publicized.
Yes, who's usually in charge of publicizing the meteor shower party?
Probably Jeff.
See, my issue is I'm going to be out of town for a couple of weeks between now and the party, so I don't know how much I'd be able to help out with publicity. Is that Byron who just joined?
Yeah, that's Byron.
Okay. Byron, we're just talking about the meteor shower party, Pleasant Valley on August 12th. Looking for volunteers and looking to see if we can send out advertising and notices to local media. Not that I want to put all, not that I'm suddenly dumping it all on you, just.
Well, we'll see what the weather's doing at the time. We haven't had very much luck this year.
When does it start to snow in Canada?
That's where you're at.
Any day now. All right, well, I'll send out emails about it. Somebody All right, then we've got a regular public night on August 19th, the following Saturday. And then another one September 9th. And that brings us to the weekend of September 15th through 17th, which is our Eastern Iowa Star Party. Any questions or comments about that?
Eastern Iowa Star Party is just gonna be a gathering just for.
Just for professional amateurs only, yes.
Okay. No presentations or anything like that.
We're not planning any presentations this year, no. Although once we get this place fully wired, we're talking about Skyping in some.
I mean,
Some
it looks to me like you could do it as long as you didn't have a too big of a, audience in here, you can do it.
That's the issue, yes. In past years, we've had like at least few to several dozen participants, and yeah, this classroom isn't big enough for that many.
Is there a charge for that other building we were in a few years ago?
There is, yes, yeah.
Is it a tremendous charge?
I don't know, Jeff and others handle that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably getting too late to reserve it anyway.
Well, I was just curious, because that's, a possibility maybe next year. Find one or two people who are willing to Skype in.
We do want to try to expand it back to COVID levels in the next few, pre-COVID levels in the next few years or so, yes. So. We'll see what happens after this year. All right.
Hope the forest fires are over with in Canada. They said on the news today that fire, if you were to compare it to something in the United States, it would be like if all of the state of Ohio, the surface area of Ohio is wiped out by the fire. And there's no hope in sight of putting it out because it's so huge, other than nature putting it out.
Big area.
And now California is burning too because it's so dry out there that the forest fires are starting to burn out there too.
What the hell are we doing to this planet?
Nothing. We are doing nothing to it. It's nature. It's things that happen. Canadian forest fires we've had in a few years ago, there was another. Don't blame man for what nature is doing. The last thing I heard is that man has contributed 0.01% to the problem. When Mount Pinatubo blows, it gives out more greenhouse gases than man has ever produced in his entire life. There's a volcano in Tonga, they say, has produced so much crap into the atmosphere, it may cause warming. Don't blame man for nature. Sorry.
Well, didn't you catch the update? It's the cows now that are doing it. It's the cows.
And natural.
No more steak. Too many cow farts.
I'm not doing this tonight. We are not doing this tonight. No.
Oh, come on.
We're going to talk one more time about the solar eclipse on October 14th. So I've made arrangements at St. Ambrose. Jeff's still up in the air. Is anybody else considering setting up scopes around the Quad Cities for the public?
I'm trying to see if I'm capable time-wise to come into town.
So Cecil is thinking about coming to Ambrose and helping me out. Craig, what were you saying?
Yes. I'm gonna make an effort. I have it penciled down on my schedule to come into town. If nothing else, then to be a body for helping for people that need to use the facilities or get a drink or something. It's kind of nice to have a buddy.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I mean, I've got an HA scope, so I'm assuming you probably just
Well-
have white light.
I've got a white light filter that goes with the 8-inch Cassegrains that I have in my office at work, yeah.
Okay,
And I've been meaning to contact Rusty to see, I've got a piece of solar film that I think I got at one of the workshops for the 2017 eclipse. I haven't had any use for it yet, but I'm been told that Rusty could make a filter out of it for
Yeah.
my 6-inch dog.
sure, that'd be pretty simple to do for him.
Yeah, well, as soon as I get back into town early next month, I'll do that. I'll ask him about it.
Yeah.
Anything else about upcoming events? Anybody bought new gear recently?
Yeah, I have. In combing through some of the cloudy nights and eBay, I've found somebody that was going to sell his Celestron 9¼ Edge HD, about 6 years old. And of course, he didn't tell me that the secondary was loose, but it came with a mount, a CGM Series mount that will hold up to 40 pounds with 2 weights. That and the fact that he was up in Madison, it's only about a 2.5 hour, 2 hours and 15-minute drive from where I live. So I haggled him down from 4,000 to 2,000. So I got the OTA that I want, and I'm going to be selling the Atlas, and not the Atlas, but the CGM mount with my old 9¼ I'm going to be testing that out tonight. Make sure everything's okay. But I picked that up a couple weeks ago. And the only difference between the HD is there's extra lens in there to remove any aberration on the edge. But I have what they call a Star Zona addition for the C9.5, which makes that correction. It goes right into the focus tube. So, but what I wanted was to be able to lock the mirrors. So that's why I went this far. But I got a good price, so.
Is that a CGM 1 or 2?
Okay. It's a CGM Series 1. The
Okay.
difference between the CGM and 2, which I did a little insight today, is the dovetail only goes for the Lost Mendai type white plate. The coloration's different, but the size strength is the same. They have 2 CGM Series 2, one's with Wi-Fi, one's without the Wi-Fi. But other than that, it's pretty much identical except for the extra bells and whistles. And I'm planning on selling the mount itself for 1,000. And I have a few other things. It's already got a mount for give me a minute here, I have it written down. It already has the mount for the QHY Pole Master. So if you want to line it up, I have that. I'll probably sell that for 100 extra. It works fine. It's just that my ASI Air Pro does everything for me anymore. And I have an Orion Star Shoot auto guider, no OTA. Usually you can pick one up, a 50 millimeter, for about $50. But other than that, you could start taking photos with it, with the system, rather easy. Well, anyway,
Well, I just texted a guy that's looking for one of those. I'll see what he has to say.
okay. Like I said, I paid 2,500 for the whole lot, but I just wanted the OTA.
He
And
just
I'm
want
willing-
the.
I don't want the mount.
I would say he'd want to buy the mount. That's all he'd be interested in. So
Very good. 1,000 off, that's it.
okay.
I'm gonna check it out tonight. I have it set up in the backyard as soon as the meeting's over. I'm gonna go back out there and do the full gambit. Run it through his pace.
Has he got a polar scope in it?
Yes,
Okay.
the guy had it.
So, sorry, go ahead.
He rarely uses it. It gathered more dust than anything else. So comes with 2 weights, the big 15-pounders. I don't know why they need 15 to 30 pounds, but well, anyway.
Okay.
And anyone else buying or selling?
I did get a new 60 millimeter guide scope from, is that Prima Labs, whatever that's called.
Yeah.
I got one of those for the Takahashi, so I didn't have to switch things out. So it just stays with the Takahashi, and I use the 50 for the other 2 scopes. But pretty nice little outfit.
Anyone else? So, no formally planned presentation tonight. We could always do a impromptu. Anybody have anything you'd like to talk about?
I have 2 pictures that I processed. I could show those.
Photos?
Yep.
Okay.
Last Tuesday, there was an opening. And I had 2 setups out. I had my 8-inch Edge HD set up on my Atlas EQG and for the guide scope using all the ZWO. I had my ZWO ASI 2600. And let me see, gotta find the right one. Back up a little. I use a 2600 MM using the ZWO HA02 and S2 S03 S2. Let me see. There we go. And what I did was, it doesn't come up. Oh, that's strange. Okay, there we go. And what I did was the Cygnus wall. And that's what I took. That's the, do you see it?
Yes.
I have it up on my screen. Does everybody see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see it.
It's a Cygnus wall North American nebula. It's part of the leg, would be considered some part of Mexico. If you looked at the whole North America, I used, like I said, the EQG mount, my 8-inch edge, the mono on the 2600 using the ZWO filters. I was very happy the way it came out, and it took, with the mono, it took very little to bring out the colors, which I was very happy about. And the other one I used, which was a I used the 9 1/4 after doing a reset up an alignment. I used the 2600 MC with the L Ultimate filter. I did not try to stretch too much color out of it. I just wanted to see how it would bring out the stars on all 4 corners. I was very happy with it.
What is
Tonight, I'm going to use the same OTA, but with a mono to see if I can bring out the blues and golds and greens. See what happens.
And what is that object?
That is the bubble nebula.
Oh, okay.
But if you look in the corners, I like the idea that the stars are nice and sharp. I mean, like I said, the secondary was loose to the correctional plate. I had to take it apart and retighten it and recalibrate it center. And I was successful with it. That's why I got it for such a good price. I mean, it was not moving. I mean, it wasn't solid to the corrector plate. That's all too. That's all I've done.
How has the haze
Any
impacted-
comments?
I was just like, how does the haze impact your photography? I've noticed here lately in the last 2 or 3 weeks, I'm getting a lot more white noise in my pictures than I normally get.
Something else you bring
I was wondering if it's due to the haze or something else I'm doing
speakers.
to cause it.
Is that TV down the speaker?
I don't know. I don't know if it does. I don't want to turn up the volume too much. Feedback. Still there?
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Can you hear it?
Very nice.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I'm not hearing it from that. Not coming from here.
Oh.
Was that Byron that was talking about, knew somebody that might want to buy the
Yeah, I texted him and he's not responding back, but I haven't seen him. He's my neighbor.
yes. Can I have your
over
phone number?
here. Yeah, 563-343-9243.
Got it. Sorry about taking over. Talk to you later about that.
Okay.
Anyone else have photos to share?
Yeah, I've got some.
Alan?
Yeah, I got some here. Okay.
I'm Bach.
Back?
And he's gone.
Hey, John,
Hi.
we got some new people here that just got online. Why don't you show them the area where you're at?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Alan's sharing photos first.
Oh, okay.
And showing us
Excellent.
how long a time delay is between my speaking and it coming out of this computer.
I'll turn this down while I'm talking. Okay, so here's an image I took this afternoon from my driveway in Moline. This is a hydrogen alpha. Actually, it's I think it's a Lunt 60 millimeter. I'll have to look at it again. It's actually belongs to Wayland Bauer. He lent it to me to see if we could use it for solar observing sessions for the popular astronomy club. So I'm just playing with it.
What camera are you using?
I just used my DSLR.
Okay.
And actually, this image here, I could probably, if I play with this more, I could probably do better. But this is actually two images in one. There's one that's lightly exposed, just so you can see the detail on the surface. And then I have another image that's overexposed, so you can see the prominences better. So I overlaid one on top of the other, so you can see them both at the same time.
What's in the bottom right-hand corner?
Bottom right-hand corner down here.
Yeah.
That is a sunspot. Now let me show you right here.
Okay.
Here's a white light image of that same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you pop back between the two, you can see the features there. I don't have them perfectly lined up.
Yeah, that's right.
You can
I'm
see
just curious.
lots of activity on the sun. It's
Yeah.
really
It's-
really nice.
So ramped up rather suddenly.
Yeah.
They're now suggesting that the peak of the current solar cycle might come earlier than expected.
So I was pretty happy with the hydrogen alpha this first time.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Trying to do that. What I did is I piggybacked it on top of my LX200. And so then I could just go between the two pretty
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah.
And then for grins and giggles, I tried to find Venus, which I did. This is going to be a nice slender crescent right now, so
Yeah. Yes.
finding that in the daytime is challenging. Especially when the sky is as bright as it is right now.
Yeah.
So I have those three images. I showed a bunch of pictures at one of the PAC meetings. I don't know if you want me to repeat any of those or not. A lot of the people have probably seen them, but I've got some here too, so.
I was, if you mean the last PAC meeting, I was there too, and I'm sure several of our current attendees
Okay,
weren't there.
let's see here. So the last meeting. Basically, what I've been working on is Astronomical League open clusters. There's about 200 and some open clusters in the Astronomical League's list, and I've just been going through them. Right now, I've got about 120 of them. And the nice thing about the open clusters, most of them are pretty easy targets. You can do with a snapshot, 10 or 15 seconds on it. LX200 or any Schmidt cascade probably do it. You can see some of them here. I'll just go through them fairly quickly. That's the group that was at Castle. Got Byron, Dan, Rolly, and myself. Seems like we tend to go out there pretty often, so. There's my attempt at the Eagle Nebula. I'm sure Craig's got something that's far superior to this, but that's a 25-second time exposure. So. And there's the.
That's one shot.
What's that?
That was one shot.
That's one shot, 25-second time exposure.
Excellent. Now, if you would have got about 50 of those, boy, you get some detail, something fierce. And
Yeah,
I see blue in there too.
yeah. Greg, I'm going for volume, not quality. This, I think, was M22. M27. And this was really nice. I think this was the 9th of July. The sky was just really crystal clear. You can see the Milky Way all the way down to the horizon. Rarely do you see it like that. And this is another nice picture here. That's Byron, actually.
I got a couple of shots from that night too. I'll show you when you get done.
Okay. I think that's, I've got lots of pictures. I don't want to dominate. I don't know if I got anything else I really need to show you here. We were at Alinewick. Oh, I got one here from Alinewick that you might like. I found out about this star called 18 Scorpii, which is a star that's virtually a twin to the sun. It's the same size, same mass, same energy output, same color. It's a G-type star. It's 45 light years from Earth, and it shines with a magnitude of 5.5. So if you were in a really dark sky, you might be able to see it, naked eye. But that was pretty cool to show that to visitors to the campground there. Here's what the sun would look like from 45 light years.
And that was in Scorpius, you said.
Yeah, it's 18 Scorpii.
Because I'd swear those other stars are nearby, look just like Corona Borealis.
Yeah, but this is a that's taken through the 12-inch LX200, so that's a less. It's
It's a coincidence.
yeah, it's a small field of view. The moon would fill that field of view there probably. And had a lot of people out there. There's some people that were there in support of it. Actually, there were some other people that came after the picture was taken there too. Rolly, Rusty, Dino, Dan, my wife Sarah. That's Pam Kolar, Ava Davidson, and myself. Dale Hatchell and his wife Joanne came later, and John Douglas came later too. Oh, there's a ring nebula. So there was the sun at sunset that night. Anyway, I got a lot of pictures here. I'll let somebody else go.
Who's next?
Well, I'll show you the two shots at Castle when I was there. I got a 2-for-1, M16 and M17. I imaged for 2 hours on them. I wish I had like 4 hours. So yeah, there's M16.
It's the Eagle Nebula, right?
Nice.
Very nice.
And then the Omega.
Now you could go back 2 or 3 nights and photograph. You should still be able to combine all those images.
Yeah, we don't get too many good nights to keep, because I've done that before. I've, several nights combine pictures and APP to get more detail out of them. But yeah, it's been hard to find a nice clear night. That's all I've got.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Can I do a public service announcement for the newer members?
Okay.
If you do solar observing on your telescope, I have a Thousand Oaks filter. I don't know if you can see my scope here. A Thousand Oaks filter. I don't have it on here right now, but when I first started, I didn't always cover up my finer scopes. Just made sure my head wasn't in the way of it, so I wouldn't get burnt. I was trying to clean up my scope a little bit today. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh,
Over the years, those are burn marks from the sun, like a giant magnifying glass.
Yep. I gotta find a scope like that somewhere too.
That explains why my eyepiece is so smoky in there. Okay, that's all I had.
When I use one of our when I use one of the school's 8-inch scopes for solar viewing, I always take the finder scope off completely. If anybody starts doing the Six Flags dance, I wouldn't be a bit surprised. And anyway, any other member photos?
I might have a couple here. Hang on a second.
Okay.
I need to figure out how to get back to Zoom. This is a, oh, I had to share it.
You sure tell the difference.
You guys see my screen or not?
Color between the two laptops and the TVs. Look at the color of the umbrella.
So you can't see that.
We're not seeing any
now or not?
photos. And actually, John, you'd see me frozen.
Must have lost it.
Okay. Well, never mind. I was going to show you a dark sky map image of the area I'm at, and it's like Bartle 1.
That's pretty good.
Although it hasn't been for the nights that I've been here because of the storms and the smoke and everything.
How bad has the smoke been there?
Pretty bad. It started like Friday night. I got here early, and the first couple nights I was here was fantastic. Then the smoke came, and it's still bad, probably just as bad as it is for you guys.
It's better here now than it was this weekend, but it's still a little bit of haze tonight.
The system, weather system pulled it out of our area a little bit today and cleaned the air up a little bit and moved it south.
So it's supposed to keep blowing it south overnight. All right, anyone else? Anyone else? John, I'm guessing you're not in a position to do a treasurer's report where you are.
Sorry, nope.
How do you think he paid for his truck?
Don't ask. Anyway, okay, so any updates on observatory expansion, roll off roof?
I put eight mouse traps out there the other day.
We were digging through some old stuff in the physics and engineering department. We found a whole box full of old mouse traps. I was wondering if they'd be of any use out here.
Sure, if you can set them and put cheese in them.
Bearing in mind, we'd have to remember to remove them before winter sets in. I mean, otherwise we'd have. I mean, most winters we can't even get out here for 3 or 4 months. We can't just leave them.
They'll dry out.
Yeah,
I
possibly dead mice stuck in them.
Oh, yeah, the dead dog, but the dead mice can dry out.
They dry up by spring.
Yeah, they won't stand.
be a skeleton left in the traps. I talked to Matt Biermont the other night or last week, and he got one of his projects that's ahead of ours done, and they might have another thing going on too, but he has started working on ours. And so I mentioned to him that I'd like to get him out there at the observatory. He's got a lot of drawings Jim and I have given him and pictures, but I'd like to have him go out and actually see it in person too. So I'm going to be working on getting him out there sometime in the near future. And so I'm still hopeful that this process continues and we can get this accomplished this late summer, early fall. In fact, I'm going to go over to his shop here too. I've got some other things to bring up to him that I have in my little machine shop, and same time keep the lines of communications open.
Excellent.
Also, I got the steel strips from US Steel last Wednesday. I think I picked them up over there between the Milan Rock Island border there, where you get onto the John Deere Expressway on the Milan Beltway, and I did pick those up, and what they were gonna charge us, he ended up saying, since it's for a nonprofit organization, said just take them. And so I got 10-foot strips, and they're bent, so now I got to get them installed also on top of the micro lam beams. And I got some stuff that I'm taking out there that I got from Jeff yesterday that he's been carrying around. And so sometime in the next couple days, I'm going to make my way. I wanted to go today, but it didn't happen today. But I got my van full of stuff. I got those 10-foot strips on top of the van, and I want to get out there and do a few things. So get that third hinge put on and get the doors drilled for the deadbolt digital pads, so we don't have no keys to deal with. There'll still be a key as a backup if the batteries go dead, but those are my intentions, and hopefully I can get some of that basic stuff brought up to date this week. Caulk some of the cracks that have developed in the six treated lumber beams that hold the micro lambs up, and get those painted eventually. And so there's some odds and ends to do while we wait for the roll-off roof mechanism to be designed and taken care of by Matt. So that's kind of what's been happening. Jim will be back a week from this past weekend, so he'll be getting back to speed too, with probably his hip feeling better as every day goes by since his surgery. So I imagine we'll continue the progress. So
Sounds good.
Excellent.
yeah, so that's the latest on the roll-off building.
We did get the front switch wired up there too. The dimmer switch is hooked up to the red lights around the side of the building there inside.
Oh, good.
What about locks? What about door lock?
That's what I maybe I didn't mention that, but I want to drill those doors for the digital locks. I would like to do that this week, time permitting. Also, when I go out there, I got a fixture to drill it, and and then got to program them once we get them set. And the batteries, 4 batteries on each door, one for the 12-foot dome building, and then one for the roll-off building. They'll be digitalized deadbolts, so we don't have to have keys unless a backup key is needed if the batteries go dead. So I'm in wanting to get the doors drilled possibly this week. So there'll be no more keys.
We'll decide to memorize
So
combinations instead.
So when's your last day at the Star Party in Nebraska, John?
Friday night, I believe.
Okay.
Then I'm debating whether to go out to Nevada for a week.
I see.
I haven't decided yet.
Yeah.
Need some help out there at the observatory?
What's that?
Did you need some help at the observatory? I can come back.
Oh, no, it's nothing urgent, and it's not that much. If you're enjoying yourself out there, where the help's gonna come is when we get Matt to have all the components done for the roll-off part. That's gonna be the big job. So
Yep.
what I'm doing is just piddly stuff.
But if you need me back, I come back. I have a doctor's appointment on next Wednesday that I was gonna postpone, but I don't have to do that. I just
Well,
I'm fine here.
like I say, as we get into probably mid to later August, we'll see where Matt's at, and that's where we may need some help getting everything all installed, all his components and everything else.
Yeah, go and join Nevada. Sneak into Area 51.
I drove by that once, and there's
Did ya?
fences and all sorts of warning signs, and you see out in the distance these black vans or whatever they are, just sort of sitting out there.
what's 51? Is that where they think UFOs have been present, or the nuclear site?
Allegedly reverse engineering alien spacecraft.
I see.
Bob Lazar was the guy that kind of was the number one whistleblower on that area. That they were shuttling them by airplane out there every day. This some high-tech engineering company was contracted, and that's where he was out there and was. I think he was supposedly, checking out either the propulsion system or the reactor that was supposedly operating the ship. But yeah, that's what he claims, is that they had over 9 aircraft out there that they had captured over the years, and were reverse engineering.
May
So the
have
black
been moved, may have been moved to Area 52.
Yeah, or 53 to throw you off,
I didn't even know there was a 52 or 53.
Oh, yeah.
There's a 52.
There probably is. They're not going to number anything again, I'd imagine.
I know there's a
They
54.
probably dug a
That's where all the discos go.
Yeah.
They won't let you in unless you look cool.
You should have no problem with that.
Anything else about the observatory?
No, just kind of waiting for, and I'll just be piddling on some little things like drilling the doors and getting that hinge installed that was going into the door that was cut down. So we got a third hinge on that. And one thing, when I get involved in it, I might need some help installing the metal strips on top of the micro lam beams that the roof rolls off onto. But that's not a hurry right at the moment. But I'd like to just get the doors drilled, get the digital locks in, get them programmed, get the hinge installed. So get and take the stuff out that's in my van. There's a 8-inch Newtonian and a 6-inch that Jeff gave me yesterday, and an EXT or XTE or something. I can't remember what it is. And there's a tripod too he gave me, and then the little like quasar telescope. It isn't a quasar, but it's a takeoff of the quasar from years ago. So I'm going to take that out and drop that off into the classroom building of Minky's this week. So
Anything else? Anything else? Is there any other business that should be brought up tonight?
Yeah, I have one item.
Go ahead.
Did you throw away the soda? Did you throw away the soda pop in the corner? It expired 2 years ago.
Not yet. Well, just
Yeah, that corner.
empty the cans in the toilet and then put the cans in the recycling bin. Is that all?
Just don't want anybody to get sick up there.
We'll take care of that.
Okay.
Actually, looks like the meeting's gonna be ending early tonight, so maybe we can do that after the meeting. Any other business? Well, what does everyone think about this format of having the meetings in person at the observatory? Was anybody experiencing any trouble with the Zoom signal?
No,
No,
Not
that's
at all.
pretty good.
No, it works good.
Well, the Wi-Fi out here seems to be working just fine for it.
Yeah, I think that's a good deal.
And the only problem we have is just the volume is so low here.
And if for some reason we can't, and we also tried hooking up an HDMI cable to the monitor that's here in the classroom. So just to get a break, but for some reason we can't get any volume out of the monitor. And the laptop that I'm running this meeting on, its volume is up as high as it gets.
Or we can hear you just fine. At least I can.
yeah, I can, loud and clear.
Yeah. The problem is we
Agreed.
can't hear you very well.
Amplified speakers.
We've been playing with that remote all night. You can't seem to.
Yeah, that's, as long as we got another laptop here back by the audience, you can kind of hear it, but. It's not great.
Amplified speakers.
I don't know if this.
I think I know where
has
the-
speakers. Yes, it
It says it's got volume control, so
No, yeah, there's probably no speakers.
I
No, it's the
wonder
TV.
if the audio signal is getting to it through the HDMI cable.
Oh, we could try hooking up mine.
I don't think that's an issue.
Well, it is because I've used it with my laptop to listen to YouTube videos. So I've been out there in the middle of the night, and it worked just fine.
I'm trying mine.
Okay.
Just to make sure the volume's turned up on the TV too.
We had it all up to 80 at one point and still couldn't hear anything.
Yeah, I don't think it needs to be quite that high.
It's still not working.
Somebody try saying something.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
I'm not hearing it.
That's the thing. Deader in the door.
Are you getting a picture?
Is there some place for a separate audio cable?
Yeah, you can hook it into speakers here. Audio back here.
But are you getting a picture on that TV?
Yeah.
The picture's working just fine.
Oh, HDMI should have sound, shouldn't it?
It should.
Absolutely.
Yeah, HDMI should carry all of that through it.
Maybe we could try HDMI too. I don't know if that makes a difference.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's an HDMI A, I believe, and then a 2.
Who's got the remote? Okay, we're on HDMI 2 now.
Testing.
Let's-
Testing.
Well, now the volume indicator is not even showing up. I think I turned it off. Settings. Turned it off in this. Okay, press it. And
Speakers are on.
Wait a minute, hang on a second. What was this thing called?
Echo.
HDMI 2. Surround sound. With, oh, wait, oh, yeah. All the volume control displays off. Okay, surround sound is on.
Maybe you should just run in stereo.
And
Test.
volume control is not showing. Wasn't showing up. Trying.
Test, test, test.
There, oh, all the volume control is up all the way up.
Now say something. Now say something.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
We got it.
We got it. We got it.
I gotta get it to work.
We got it.
It's a computer.
We got it.
Turn this down.
Guys got an echo.
Love it. Yeah. Okay, pardon. All right, let's try this now. All right. Okay. Testing. Testing 1, 2. Testing. Testing. Test. Okay. Do you hear anything?
We can hear you fine out here.
Yeah, so we gotta do the same thing here again.
Got it.
I think it's working pretty good considering how far that's away, and John too. Pretty incredible how you connect everybody up here on Zoom.
It's really, when you think about it, it's really amazing, the technology, but it's still, it's very clunky.
Can you still hear us?
I can.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
We're good, it's working.
All right. Now that we know how to do that, just in time for
It needs to be over.
nothing more than me, of course. All right, so our next board meeting is August 9th. And our next, that's the week, it's the Wednesday right before the meteor shower party. And our next general meeting is August 21st, and we're gonna have that here at Menke Observatory again. And hopefully this time we'll have audio working. Is there anything
Yeah, I
else?
think the meetings at the observatory, those would work better in the spring and the fall when the sunset is close to when the meeting ends.
Yes, it's still light out here.
Got time enough to set up though.
Yeah,
That's true, yeah.
I don't think it matters. When we come, don't come.
Yeah, I don't think you wanna change the meeting time. You wanna keep it consistent.
Yes. But anyway, so the Riverdale Town Hall is not going to be available now through September, so the September meeting will be out here as well. Sunset might be early enough then. But if it is satisfactory, we can keep doing the meetings out here for as long as we want. And we're in with John taking us on a tour of Nebraska.
Yeah. They're really spread out here.
You gotta keep talking, John, for you to stay up. So obviously you're looking west.
Yes. And that's where most of the Dobsonians are set, but since the forecast isn't too good, I'm not seeing anything set up at once in there.
Nebraska.
What's the
And
name?
way back here. Pardon me?
What's the name of the star party again?
Nebraska.
Just Nebraska, okay.
Nebraska Star Party.
The Nebraska Star Party. Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're gonna have very clear skies tonight.
Looks like there's an event going on over there by the 10th, and I'm not missing.
Oh, yeah.
Say, John, would you like to talk about this for a presentation at the next general meeting?
Sure.
That'd be great.
Sounds like they're having a raffle over there that I'm missing out on. Oh well.
Better get over there.
Yeah, I think it's for the kids.
We won't keep you from it then.
I think the adult one is Wednesday. Alrighty, well, not a whole lot to see tonight, unfortunately. Clouds.
All right.
Not a
Very nice.
But when it's dark, it's very nice.
Wait a minute. There you go.
Still wish I
Keep
could.
talking, John. Is that real grass or artificial turf?
Yeah. You guys aren't seeing this, right?
Yeah,
We're seeing
I can
it.
see the grass.
Grass. Yeah. Not a whole lot more to see right now.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the herd of buffalo.
Yeah, I saw some the other day. I did a day trip on the other side of Valentine, which is about 30 minutes from here. They had a refugee area over there.
You should visit Yellowstone sometime. Buffalo will walk right up to your car.
Yeah, that'd be scary.
And flip it over.
Yeah.
Every time buffalo start crossing the road, you get at least 3 dozen vehicles parked there. There's far too many for them to knock over.
Oh, yeah.
where is Valentine? Yeah, I don't know, but where at?
Lake down there.
Where in Nebraska is Valentine, you mean?
Yeah.
Do you know where North Platte is?
Yeah,
North
Yes.
Platte, Nebraska. Take 80 out to the middle of the state,
yep,
and then turn right and go all the way up almost to the South Dakota border.
okay.
Little town called Valentine,
Looks like you got
and we're
cloud.
just 20 some miles south of Valentine. It's on Merritt Reservoir, is what this is.
Yeah, I see it right there. See that old Nebraska Star Party. Yeah, you're gonna have clouds tonight.
Okay, thanks.
Unfortunately.
You see that? That's a dark sky map of the United States, and the highlighted area is where I'm in. Snake River Road. And if you zoom in on that, it's like 0. Light pollution.
All we can see is grass now.
Well, never mind then. I go on to share, screen share.
Okay.
Video chat reaction. Share. Screen.
Is Rudenbeck off there with me?
Jim Rudenbeck? No, he's He's on vacation somewhere else. What happened?
Yeah, what happened? We lose it?
Uh,
Well,
John? Still?
there.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently I can't share my screen on my phone. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect then.
Okay.
See you later, John.
Yep, bye.
Have a good time.
Thanks.
Hey, Craig,
Yeah.
I got a response from that other party. He can't do it right now.
Okay.
There we go.
So what kind of mount is it?
It's a CGM Series mount. It holds 40 pounds. I'm rather impressed by it.
Is it brand new?
It's about 5 years old. The guy really didn't use it much. I bought it with a 9 1/4 Edge HD, and I got it for a good price. I wanted the OTA. I did not want the mount, so I'm selling the OTA. I mean, I'm selling the mount. Sorry about that.
You know, they're excellent mounts. I've got the CGM one and the CGM.
I'll
They're a workhorse, I'll tell you.
right now I have it set up outside. Let's see. Will the Wi-Fi make it? I'm going to turn it around and hopefully it will pick it up. No, it won't pick it up. Oh, there it is. And go around the other end where there's light. And
Maybe you should turn off your virtual background.
well, I don't know how to do that. Well, that's it right there.
So you've had it for 5 years, or
No,
you just
no,
got
I've
it?
had-
Or he
I
had
had
it
it
for 5
for a week.
Oh, okay.
And last week I worked on the OTA.
Yeah.
And it's got the large tube stand. Goes all the way to the bottom. But I'm going to run it through its paces tonight.
Oh, you can see if something's wrong with it.
Well, hey, I'm not going to sell it if I can't prove it's working. It's got a mount for the pole master. I have a pole master that I don't need anymore. I'm going to sell that for. Oh, they usually sell for $250. I'll sell it for $100 with the mount extra.
And is
But-
that one, is that Lost Mandy compatible only, or is that both?
Oh no, that's it's Lost Mandy compatible only. You'll need to buy an adapter to change it over. That's where the CGM 2 came in. Their mount on the CGM 2 has a Wi-Fi and it has a compatible for the dovetail and Lost Mandy.
Okay.
But the C9 1/4, the one I have, has the Lost Mandy. The 9 1/4 that I have, I've had that for about a year and a half. Had great success with it. It's just I needed something. It doesn't have the main mirror lock, and I wanted that. But yeah, I'm selling that too, with or without.
Just curious. That's all.
Oh yeah, he'll go. The The reason why I got pretty good prices because the guy didn't tell me about it. I drove all the way up to Madison, but the secondary was detached from the corrector plate. But I've worked on them before. Take a couple hours and make sure you do it right, clean everything up. It worked fine. Are we done with the meeting?
I think so.
Okay.
All right. Adjourning.
I've seen everybody.
Good to see you too. All right. Have a good
Are we
night.
gonna vote to close?
Do I make a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Cecil moves.
I second it.
Greg seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Aye.
All right. Well, okay, good night.
Clear
Good night.
sky.